I am. Yep.
Ready? Yep. I'm ready. Welcome to Miamisburg Rotary. I want to thank Lori Herman, and also I think Jeff Nesser was helping out with greeters at the door, so thank you. And for next week, remember Karen, your greeter with Ted Fink. We're gone by Neil Winters, and going to be led in prayer by Mr. Cole.
Loving and gracious God, even if this meeting had no other meaning for us today, it would still be a blessing because of the opportunity to lay aside our concerns and focus for a moment on your goodness and grace. So occupied are we with our vocational involvements, our dealing with problems and solutions, with risks and opportunities, with both the fear and the excitement of the unexpected, that we welcome these moments to look up and away from our tasks and to one within whose providence we pursue them. And now we attend to the details of this gathering, breaking bread together and sharing common concerns. We pray for the wisdom and will do what is incumbent upon us in fulfillment of our Rotarian commitments. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, Monday was Flag Day, and there's still flags all over town, which is great. And it's getting close to 4th of July. We're still selling tons of flags at the History Center. We've sold up to 300 now. So if you're driving around town, you should see it at the yard. So, and I've got on my sparkly shirt. So we're going to do You're a Grand Old Flag. You're a grand old high flying flag, and forever peace may you wave. You're the emblem of love, free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or breath. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Yay!
Act 3. Mr. Ryan Davis is our acting secretary today.
Good afternoon, friends. All right, we have a visiting Rotarian, Ann Creighton from the Dayton Club. Welcome, welcome. We have 3 guests today: Tim Riley from Tom Riley, Lisa Castor from the Big Cotman, and Sam Brotherton. Welcome, welcome. We have 2 prospective members: Jill Stoutenborough, sponsored by Ted Fink from the West Carrollton YMCA, and Chris Fine, City Manager, sponsored by Michelle Collins. Anything else from clap for them? At Miamisburg Rotary, the last drink is always out.
All right. Who has an announcement? Any announcements today?
Yes, good morning. As you know, we have
as you know, we had 4 different district grants that we applied for and got for this year, and they were for Shoes for the Shoeless, Threads of Miami's Valley, Helping Hands Food Pantry, and Listens in a Bag. One of the requirements with them is that we should participate with them and attend some type of a service project. I realize that I'm a little delinquent in having organized some of that. But this Saturday at Threads, there is going to be a work opportunity. I have a pad to pass around. They're looking ideally for 3 to 5 people who would be able to help on Saturday from 9 to 11. And they are at 30 Lawrence Avenue, which is right there. Just okay, the DPNL building, and they said if you do volunteer, please come around to the back. So that's one thing that I would be passing around. The other one is to identify if anyone has volunteered either the Blessings in a Bag or the Helping Hands Food Pantry. We apparently have missed the last opportunity working with the Helping Hands, and the Blessings in a Bag is now closed for the summer, which was really providing meals for the kids on the weekends. So these are 2 different sign-up sheets that I will be passing around. So if you have any questions, you see me afterwards. Thank you.
All right. Any other announcements? Announcements. All right, Mr. Cole, what's your fun fact for today?
All right. Here's the question today. It's a pretty easy one. Who is the last pope to be a Rotarian?
Oh, we're allowed to use our votes.
Last pope to be a Rotarian. They pull their phones out. All right, happy dollars. Who is happy today, Angela? Anybody happy? Who's happy?
Sure. Because I'm being called out, because I'm being loud and obnoxious, I'm just happy to be here today. I'm just happy to be here today, and I'm happy to, this is like the highlight of my week in the summertime. Yeah, I don't have a lot going on, which is fabulous. I'm actually getting some stuff done at home, which is even better. My garden is insane and not in a good way, but I'm looking forward to attacking that later today. But I got a good deal that I didn't have to make myself. So, all in all, just happy to be here.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
Who else is happy today? Justin.
I'm just gonna find myself $1 for my phone going off a second ago. Just reminder, silence your phone before the meeting.
We need happy thoughts on another one.
Well, I'm happy. The Sycamore Glen Village had a outing last night, a dinner outing at the Sycamore Trails Park. And we put in a request to use the Flasher Pavilion, I think it's called. And it was great. I was telling Ryan, the park looks beautiful. The bushes are trimmed, the grass is green, everything's clean. It is just a joy to be there. So take part of the park.
I'm going to follow up on I wasn't here last week. My daughter is here the first time she's been in Miamisburg for 3 years, and she absolutely loved the parks and what downtown looks like. So it's in 3 years we kind of take it for granted, but it was a lot different 3 years ago. So thanks everybody.
I'm going to fine myself $5 for not being more proactive with the different charities that we have supported and getting the club more deeply involved.
I'm 10 real dollars happy.
Whoa!
In part because I have real money. Hey, we had, I might have mentioned last week, we had our granddaughter at our house for all week, which was a lot of fun. The good news is she's at home now. We'll be able to get a little bit more sleep, but it's all real good.
Thanks. I am $6 happy. 2 of them are because I'm going on my bucket list trip to Alaska next week, and I'm super excited. And then maybe it's more than that. $1 for each day my son has biked downtown or enjoyed one of the parks. So he's home for the summer. And he likes to bike downtown and visit me and then go get ice cream. It's great. And then my daughter, this is sort of great, went to a science camp at Worcester College and was more excited than she was nervous. And this mom is not okay with their daughter.
Just love being here, love seeing all your faces. So thank you guys for having me as a guest. Thank you.
Any other happy dollars?
All right. Doc, do you have an answer to our question?
Yes, I do. Okay, it was Pope Francis is the last known pope to be Rotarian. And when he was Archbishop of Buenos Aires, he was made an honorary member of the Rotary Club of Buenos Aires in 1999, making him the first known pope to receive this membership. Others include Pope Pius IV, Pope Paul VI, and Pope John Paul II. He was one of my favorites. So he was recognized as a Paul Harris Fellow. So woohoo!
All right, thank you.
Dave, is that what you had?
Yes. Yeah.
You're a Rotary genius.
All right, top dog. Top dog is $182.50. $182.50. Looking for the 9 of diamonds.
442.
442.
Green section.
Oh God, 442.
All
That money
right.
is gone.
All right, Doc.
It's like, are you card in there yet?
Not yet. Just the Joker.
You want to remember it. 8 of spades.
8 of spades.
You don't have to remember this.
Yeah.
All right. You got it? All right. Well, I don't know if you remember when I first, I guess, unofficially became president. I offered for people here in the club, if you have any thoughts or ideas or things about the club that I would take you out to lunch. Well, one of the people that took me up on it was Cindy Woodruff, and we went out to Bullwinkle and had lunch. I probably learned more about her than just talking, but being involved with the library. I was telling her that I remember growing up, where you think of the library, get your library card, you go and get a book, and that's it. But for those that do know that the library is a lot more than that, especially the bigger the library and more offerings they have. But when she was telling me all the things the library does, I thought, you know what, you need to come and talk to us. So Cindy is here today with her friends to talk about the library and some of the things that are going on, also ways that we can be involved. But again, just all the programs that the library has for us as individuals, as business owners, things like that. So who's up first? Cindy, are you up? All three of them. Very good. Go ahead and reintroduce them.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all today. I think at this point, I know the majority of you, but for the ones that I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Cindy Woodruff. I'm the branch manager at the Miamisburg branch at 545 East Linden Avenue. And when Tom asked me to come and give a presentation today, I really pondered about what did I really want to share about the library, because as he alluded to, there is a lot. This is my third presentation with Rotary, and in the past, I've presented things that we are doing at the local library, pantry partners, our book clubs, various things like that. Well, I wanted to offer a presentation today that was really geared towards you. So I invited two of my counterparts to join me today, and they have a specialty in both workforce development nonprofit, and also major gifts with the library. So let me start off by introducing them. The first person I'd like to introduce is Ann Crichton. Ann has been with the library for a long time. How many years? 13 years, and she is our workforce development manager. So not only does she manage a team that focuses on small businesses and also nonprofits, but she's going to share information about a brand new initiative at the main library called the Center. Now, yes, it's headquartered at the main library, but this can also translate to the branches, and I think you're going to talk about that as well. And then somebody who is fairly new with the library is Amy Berger, and Amy is our major gifts manager. So what are we going to talk about today? So as I alluded, Anne is going to talk about the center and what falls under her wheelhouse. And then Amy is going to discuss ways to support the library. Tom asked me to specifically give ideas how you could potentially volunteer at our local Miamisburg library, and we would love to have you. So I will do a short presentation about that, and then at the end give you an opportunity to ask us questions. Does that sound okay? Yes? Okay. All right, Anne, go ahead. Because I don't have you. Yes.
Okay. As Cindy said, my name is Ann Riggle Crichton. I've been with the Dayton Metro Library System for 13 years. I've been in public libraries for 25 years. Now, that's quite an accomplishment since I'm only 30 years old. So, yeah, right. Amen. Yep, there you go. So, I'm going to share a little bit of information with you about a new initiative that we have at our downtown branch called the Center for Community Impact and Innovation. As Cindy mentioned, I run a team of subject matter experts, specialists, who have different areas of expertise. One is a small business specialist, one is a nonprofit specialist, the third is a community wellness specialist. So focusing on things like our social services that we now offer through the library. Tom mentioned something about how libraries have changed in the last, few years, especially in the last 20 years, I would say they have definitely changed. And one of the ways they have changed, and more so since the COVID pandemic, we have become very much community and social centers of our areas of our town. The main library has a new area called the Center for Community Impact and Innovation. And this is an area where my team and an additional team of subject matter experts concentrating on LGBTQIA advocacy, older adult support, and support for newer Americans. That is our second part of our team. And we do programming out of the center that involves all of those things. Now, as Cindy mentioned, we are located downtown, but all of the specialists work system-wide. So we actually have relationships and provide programming and support for all of our branches, whether that is in Vandalia, that is in Miami Township by the Dayton Mall. We go all the way out almost to Riverside to our Burkhart branch, and then West Dayton all the way out into Brookville and New Lebanon. So we have quite an area, and we spend time in all of those locations. So I want to pull up the center's website for you. This is just DaytonMetroLibrary.org, and if you click on your library, in the center, you're going to see the center. There it is. You have brochures on your tables. I only put one because, I'm a Rotarian too, and I get lots of stuff to take home from meetings every week. So if you didn't get one and you want one, I have extras over here at my table. The center has a mission of focusing on all of the special initiatives that you can imagine are those new, different, cutting edge As it says, we're data informed, we're people inspired, and we're results oriented. Here's some data for you. In the month of May, our Pantry Partner Program, which I think Cindy has talked about before, over 6 locations had 12 sessions. We served 406 people. Now, those are not necessarily unique lives. We know that some of them attend more than one pantry, but back that 406 with the number of people who are in each household. So we're not just serving those individuals, we're also serving their families. So that's sort of just a little glimpse of some data for you. As we scroll down the page, you can see that we're focused on collaboration, community, and innovation. That innovation comes in because we're constantly looking for new opportunities to provide services in our communities. So, 10 years ago, we weren't doing food pantries in our libraries. We didn't have the level of social services. We actually have a partnership downtown with Boys and Girls Club that they use our space in the afternoons and through the summer to do some of their programming. So those are some of the initiatives that have come about just because we're looking constantly for that collaboration. This is an area that has programming that's directly through the center. So these are programs that are downtown. One that we have coming up next week, because the center's new, we have a ribbon cutting and dedication. I would encourage you to visit 4:30. We'll feed you a little snack. We'll talk about the center and you can see what we're all about. Yeah, come for the snacks. Come on. And then we have each individual area. My area of expertise is workforce development. I look at people's resumes. I help them practice interview skills. I help them start and navigate their job search. Some of the partners I work with, Close That Work, the Ohio Means Jobs, the Job Center. Those are groups that I say, you know what, I'm not going to duplicate what you do. You do it so well already. I'm going to encourage you to come and do a program with us or for us. And if you click on the bar on each one of our areas of specialty, it'll actually pull up a page that goes to programming that's all over our system. Let me see if I can get back here. I mentioned some areas of advocacy. These are some of the areas that we concentrate on with our specialists as well. Black youth and families, we're encouraging growth in the literacy and education rates for individuals who are underserved in our communities. We do have someone who supports and brings to the forefront our LGBTQIA+ support. And as I mentioned earlier, older adults. There are a lot in our community who need the opportunity to have an extra level of support, and that's what Kaylani, our individual who supports older adults, is all about. There's a form here. If you say, man, I'd really like to have a meeting in downtown Dayton, or I'm going to be in downtown and I'd like to have some place to co-work while I'm downtown, you can fill out this form. You also have my business card. I'll be happy to facilitate that for you to find you a space and make you welcome at the library. So with that, I'm going to conclude, and I think Amy's up next.
Yeah. Get some help getting back to the PowerPoint. So yes, no, thank you. So thank you for having me. I have been with the Dayton Metro Library for 3 months now. So you all are my first presentation. So thank you for feeding me. I appreciate it. I love it. I'm a native Daytonian. I've used the library my entire life. And I had no idea everything that the library did. You know, we really are kind of a high impact organization. We touch every mile of this county, right? We do everything, like Ann said, from helping people at the center, businesses, advocacy work, nonprofits. We bridge the gap. If you don't have internet, if you don't have a meeting space at your business, come down and any branch will help you out. Computers. Do you need to know how to use a computer? If I could get my mother to go to a branch and learn how to use that computer, I will win today. So, but we really, we serve everyone. The library is free to belong to. But like every business and every organization, right now there are some challenges that we are looking at. First off, there's a decreased funding from the federal level and the state level for libraries. That means less books, less programming, all of that. So we have to figure out a way to kind of fill the gap, and that's where I come in. Every month, our library across all our branches, we get about 120,000 visitors. Those are just unique people coming through the door to either see our programming or check out a book. And 9 of our 17 branches next year will have their 10th anniversary. I don't know how many of you know, you probably all do, that we either remodeled or built brand new 17 branches. After 10 years, all of us are getting a little older. We're all feeling it. I know my knees every morning remind me at my age. So we are looking to do some campaigns to help get us some necessary funds, right? We have computers that are outdated. We have furniture that needs to be replaced, even as simple as carpet. 10 years, 120,000 people a month, you got to replace some of that carpet. Like Ann said, we are a food pantry site. 10 years ago, when we built the library, we did not even think about being a food pantry site. And I can tell you in Miamisburg, Cindy does it weekly. Cindy and her staff serve patrons weekly. One thing that we want to also do with this funding is buy the necessary equipment we need to serve current programs. The perfect example is the food pantry requires you to have a dedicated, locked commercial refrigerator so you can give out meat and fresh produce. We have the space, we just don't have one in any of our branches because it wasn't a need 10 years ago when we were doing this initial fundraising, right? So that's one of the challenges that we're facing. Another is the increased cost of digital material. Ebooks prices have skyrocketed, and every month we have over 200,000 downloads across our system here in Dayton. So that people want to download books, they download different materials. All of those things are increasing in price. So that's why I have a job today. So what can you do to help? It seems very obvious, right? Obviously, you can make an individual gift. I work with our Dayton Metro Library Foundation. They are a board of volunteers. They are incredible stewards for our library and for our financial well-being. They do a lot of the fundraising right alongside me, and they will take any gift. No gift is too large. Don't think your $1 million gift is too big. No, no, no. You can also participate in our programming. Here in Miamisburg, Cindy and her staff do amazing programs for all different ages. You can come to our events, and more importantly, you can go tell people that you came to the library and that you had a great time and what you saw. Please, please spread the word. Sometimes people come to the library when their kids are little, and as your kids grow up, you get away from the library because life. Right? And then we get busy and we forget to go back to the library. So please come to our events. If you own a business and you would like to sponsor our events, again, no check is too large. I will happily take that. We also are offering naming rights at all of our branches right now. We have conference rooms, community rooms, meeting rooms. We would love to put your name above that. Here in Miamisburg, we have the Baldridge family, which sponsors our children's area. They have a wonderful donation. We have a beautiful plaque. If you've not seen it, please ask the staff next time you're there. And please come support our library. We would be happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you both. So, one thing when I came to the Miamisburg branch and joined Miamisburg Rotary, I was so impressed with how passionate this community is about this community. There are people that have lived here their whole lives. I hear that over and over again, which is really great. I know I sit with Jane quite a bit in the back, and she went to high school here. And I've heard that story multiple times, which is really wonderful. So, Tom asked me, how can the club get involved with volunteering at the library? And there is a couple of different opportunities. First of all, we would love to have you. So, open invitation to everyone. But some of the opportunities, and I put on the tables, are one of our program calendars, along with a little postcard about volunteers. If if you want extra, please let me know. First opportunity would be to assist with our programming. So, as we've mentioned multiple times, we have the Pantry Partner Program. It's every Thursday from 5 to 6. We pick up the items from the food bank on Wednesday. We put them in a storage closet. And then Thursday, we take everything out of the storage closet and arrange it for patrons to come in or community members to come in and pick up the necessary food that they need for the week. So that is one way. The other thing, we have a very popular tween time. So we're lucky that Kinder is right down the street from us. So every Friday from 4 to 5, we have tween time where we have craft stations in our community room. And we also put down the movie screen or the screen, and the kids play Switch, the Nintendo Switch. Okay, I don't know how to play this, but we have 10 controllers or remotes. So there will be 10 kids that are playing against one another, and it's a hoot. They love it. So we can definitely use assistance with tween time. Our All Abilities program, I think I talked about that in a previous presentation. So 2 times a month, we host programming for adults with developmental disabilities. With Much Grace is a local organization that has just opened a store in downtown Miamisburg. And I think they're getting ready to open, Michelle, a second business downtown, or they have opened a second business downtown. So there is a need for targeted programming for adults with developmental disabilities. We can use assistance with this programming. And then we will have special featured programs. In September, we have invited an author. He's written books, and now it's just his name is eluding me, but he's written books about Bigfoot. It's going to be a really sizable event that we are hosting September 3rd at the library. So we could use help with something like that as well. And then kind of as needed, we will just ask for volunteers to assist with our seed library. We partnered with the Miamisburg FFA Club. Does everybody here know what FFA is? Okay, I live in a rural community, so Future Farmers of America. So the local high school has a Future Farmers of America club. There's not a ton of farming opportunities for them. So they reached out to us and asked, how could we partner together? So they partnered with us with our seed library. They grew a bunch of seedlings for us, helped us package seeds that have been donated from Lowe's, Home Depot, other patrons. And then we came in and we held a joint program with these students in the FFA club for patrons to come up to pick seedlings up to start their garden, pick up packages of seeds. So we can use help with things like that. And then just prepping supplies for some of our programs. Currently in 2026, we are doing a Global Neighbors initiative where every month we're focusing on a different country. And we are offering the opportunity for kids to do various little things have various experiences within the library. We'll have a scavenger hunt around the library. We will have a passive craft table. And so we could use assistance in prepping supplies for those. So it all sounds great and you want to volunteer. So how do you get started? So to get started, like I said, I put the postcards on the table. On there is our website with the direct link. You would just go to the website, fill out an application, and Amanda Arrington, our volunteer manager, would be in touch with you. You will be able to select what branch you would be interested in volunteering at, along with the best time frame. And if you have any particular programs that interest you, let's say you're dying to play the Switch with the tweens, well, you can sign up for that program. Of course, you can always email me and I can help you get started on that process. So we would love to have your help and see you at the library. So that concludes our presentation. I would like to open it up for questions. Anybody have any questions for us?
I do.
Yes, Karen.
Amy, wasn't there a library levy that was passed like 2 years ago?
There was. That helps with programming. Sorry. I usually don't need a microphone. My children would be horrified if someone gave me a microphone. However, a lot of that goes to the materials that go inside the library. All of your books, everything like that. What we did a lot of fundraising 10 plus years ago. There was another levy you probably remember. So we could renovate and build. What no one did at that was do any sort of fundraising for capital improvements and to keep our buildings at the standard that we want them for. So that is part of why I am, to help build up and get things that Cindy and her team need, get things that all of our branches need, so that we can continue to offer the vast array of programs and services we do.
What other questions do you have? Cindy, are volunteer opportunities predominantly in the evening? Do you have mornings?
We do. Yes, we have both. Especially the all abilities featured programs, and then as needed volunteer opportunities. Most of those are in the morning or early afternoon. Good question. Thank you. Other questions? Okay, well, that's it. Thank you all. I appreciate it.
All right, before we finish up, those that currently are board members, we need a quick meeting afterwards. So if you're on the board or I can just stay quickly for a short meeting afterwards, okay? And I need someone else to pull. I bought tickets today, so I'm not gonna pull my number. There you go. Don picked us two tickets. Two tickets. There we go. And those numbers are 596, 596,
Jane.
564.
Oh.
596, 564.
Who's got 564?
I do. Thank you, Kim, for the gifts today, for the door prizes. Who is the other person?
Jane Schneider.
Jane. Yeah, I knew there's something about picking island with it. Suspicious. Very good. Again, the board meeting afterwards. So let's go ahead and stand. And in everything we think, say, and do, number one, is it the truth? Number two, is it fair to all concerned? Number three, will it with good virtues? And number four, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you very much.
Memorize that.